Hey, this is the day they come out. Hey, you see, they got their service right now. They don't fuck with the mag on a Sunday. Hey, what's good, Brandon Taylor? See you in the house. Yeah, they gotta get to the pastor first. Yeah, W. Yeah. Yeah, I see you, Sepia. Yeah, Peter, yeah. Yeah, Jill in the building. Kim 4. Yeah, Louis V. Yeah, but we go get into some things, man, because we see what they're really pushing on the masses, and a lot of people go be sleep on this right here, because I often wonder, like, why would they make a new car, a new model of every single car every year? What's the purpose? Who it benefiting? I mean, it benefit the people. When it's time for you to get your first oil change, a new car come out. The same one you have coming out with a new model. What you gonna do? The people program, man, in a way where, because they got a lot of people, that's why a lot of people lease cars, which is a dumb idea if you ask me, because you lease the car, you say, okay, we drive it for 3 years, pay them for it, some kind of lease agreement. You never know much you owe when you bring the car back, when the so-called lease ends. But you can buy the car after that, but you don't own it. You understand what I'm saying? But the reason why a lot of people do it, because they actually want to go to a new car as soon as they're done with that one. You understand me? And that's just dumb. You're just basically giving the damn government the money. So all they set up right here for you to get a new car every year. That's the reason why they make a new one. The same one you're sitting in. You just bought it 2019, and by the time July, August come around, they got a 2020 coming up. You feel what I'm saying? So this is how they get you tied up. And even after you pay for your car, you go back and say, okay, yeah, now I need that new one. So what do? You trade in your car that you own to get tied up in another payment, which you just get out of, and you be like, yeah, finally I don't pay for that car. Now you go trade it in. Now what you think they go give you for that car? Yeah, way less than what you just put in it. Yeah, so that's how they do it, man. It's a game that they play. So we go get into that and break down some things and show you some things that be going on as far as these dealers and how they, convince the masses to buy new and used cars. And we go get into that and break it down. Let's get in this first video.
When automakers have unsold cars, they often ship them to locations where the automobiles sit until they fall apart. An article in Zero Hedge claims that the lots are vast graveyards for unsold cars, but other observers are challenging the charges. One of these massive parking lots for unsold...
Take a look at these parking lot, people. Are you kidding me? Lined with cars, and I always say, where they gonna put all these cars? You understand? You want to sell every single human being a car. That don't make no sense. And people sleep on when I tell them that, but they never stop making cars. You understand what I'm saying? They never set up a rule or a law where they're gonna destroy all the cars in the 90s when they get to 2000s. No, they never do that. So all the cars basically still on the earth. Only a few of them get destroyed. Not too many, because people basically keep cars, keep them, and people sell it again and they sell it again and sell it again. And each time you sell it, the tax gotta go back to the government again. You pay 10 times for that tax. 10 different people pay for that one car. They keep paying tax after tax when you sell the damn old cars. But I told you, people, most of them is still right there. Because when you trade it in, somebody come and buy it. You understand? Later on, when they finish with it, they do the same thing. That's just how it goes. So where are these cars gonna go? Wow.
Cars is in Sheerness in North Kent, England. There are hundreds of similar lots around the world, including more than 57,000 rotting cars in one location in Baltimore.
They're making them every single day, more and more and more, polluting the damn earth.
The report claims that sales of new cars has been declining over the last few years, leaving millions of cars without an owner. They sit in giant lots, unused and unmaintained. As manufacturers produce more cars, the companies buy more land around the auto graveyards to contain the vehicles.
You hear what they call it? Auto graveyard. And a lot of people don't get it. Why you think cars never really have a steady price? When the new brand car, the car brand new coming out. Say for instance the new Corolla coming out. You see that shit coming out, you don't know what the price is until they tell you. You understand? So what they do is the price never steady. You never know how much a car gonna cost until it come out. So what happen is these cars right here that they never sell, cause they have millions and millions of cars that they never sold, they're sitting right there. So what they do with it, they basically break it down and charge you back in the new car that's coming out. Every time, that's what they do. They break it down and then they add the money to the new car that you're gonna buy. That's how it is, and that's how you always go up and up on the damn prices on the car.
Zero Hedge stated that, quote, the car industry would never sell these cars at massive reductions in their prices to get rid of them. No, they still want every buck. If they were to price these cars for a couple thousand, they would sell them. However, nobody would then buy any expensive cars, and then they would end up being unsold. Many of these giant lots are visible on Google Maps, including a former test track in Sunderland, England. That track was recently closed.
Look at that right there, people. Look at that right there. Wow, just a lot, just lined with cars. Wow.
Enormous number of unsold cars covering the grounds. And the latest map views show the automobiles disappeared, according to Zero Hedge. Matt Hardigree, writing for Jalopnik, states that many of the pictures shown by Zero Hedge are old. He said, go back to the Getty or AFP or AP source.
They're all kind of cars, all new, rarely used. It's all in there. All of them is in there because you gotta understand, every single new car that come out don't sell. That's what you need to get.
This is for these photos, and you'll see that by and large, they're photos from the middle of the post-recession carpocalypse when the car market collapsed in Europe and in the United States. If the reports of auto graveyards are true, this would not be the first time corporations have thrown away vast quantities of unsold product. In 1983, Atari buried tens of thousands of copies of their video game E.T., the Extraterrestrial, after suffering the worst failure ever in the history of electronic games.
Wow, why would you make that shit right there to program the youths? Of course, they're up on it. I don't think so. It's just dummies on the earth. Let's continue.
This week on Now in America, we're pulling back the curtain and looking at the lives of Americans because everyone has a story to tell. Today, you're meeting Philip Reed, a senior editor for Edmunds.com. He worked undercover as a car salesman for 3 months. And he
coded, and you know they're fakers on the masses. No doubt about it. They just do this right here to basically shed a little light on it because they know a lot of people just dumb. You understand? Not gonna tell you the full story, but we gonna break it down.
Revealing the secrets that dealers don't want you to know.
Confusion.
I'm Philip Reed, and for 3 months I worked as an undercover car salesman.
Philip Reed, sound familiar?
The whole structure of the dealership was such that it was almost like a paramilitary organization. I knew that if they found out who I was, I could have potentially been in physical danger.
Get the fuck out of here. It's nothing but bullshit. Physical danger. Yes, I get some mob on this car lot and they will fucking blow your head off, right?
I felt like the enemy when I was approaching customers. Very often I was aware that the customer was not getting a good deal. We were taught a process which is generally known in the industry as payment packing, or packing the payments. And essentially what you do is you try to get the customer to agree to a very high monthly payment on a car, so high that it creates a lot of room, and other products and services can be then added into there at what seems to be very little cost. You know, the whole thing.
What do you mean? You make it so high so you can't convince him if it's too high. Wow.
Tainted by the idea that I was essentially there to keep the profit for the dealership as high as possible and to never really reveal the true cost of the vehicle and the true cost of what the customer is going to be paying.
A lot of these shit people, you should have known already. You already know. Because when you trade in your car, you have an idea, if you're smart, what's really going on. You trade in your car, you never get what is value from the damn dealership. You understand? So now when your car come in there and they underpay you and then they jack it up, just come and look at it a couple weeks after when they put it back on the lot, and you go see all the fucking differences between when you sell it to them, which is for little and nothing, and then they got a nice little price package on it when you go back.
In order to get a customer to switch from a finance agreement to a lease agreement, very often the customer wasn't even aware of that. So they would say, you know, these prices are too high, we can't afford this car. So the sales manager would say, well, what if I could actually lower your payments and also lower your down payment? Would you be willing to buy the car then? And they would use buy, or they would use, you know, other terms, but they were actually talking about a lease agreement.
You see, the lease agreement work out for only the dealership. So of course they can trick you into this right here. No doubt about it. Easy to put you in there because yes, it's a lower payment. I hear a car lot on TV basically advertise some Cadillac, and they basically say, you know, just bring $15,000 and you got the car, you own the car. When you go there, they're telling you, you put that $15,000 down, and then you leasing the car to pay the next so-called $15,000-20,000 more on it. You understand? It's always tricky when you take the fine print and look at it. When you look at the ones that they're trying to hide, because this is supposed to be illegal. You understand? You see all the price and everything that they got set up, the gas mileage, how much you get out of it, how much you save. You see how big and bold it is. But all these shit that you can't even see, even if you zoom it up, is danger for you. That's the ones that's hidden. It's there, but it's in fine print, they call it. You can't see it, basically.
Which is something very different. And this is not uncommon, that there are people that sign contracts and wind up leasing cars at a much higher rate than they could actually, in the long run, finance it for. When I was being trained, they taught me a tactic that they called stealing the trade-in. And they would pretend to call the used car manager, and they'd say, could you tell me the last 6 figures that you got on the Nissan Versa at auction? And then you would write down fictitious but very, very low numbers, as if you were getting this from a real source, but you weren't actually even talking to anyone.
That's why I tell you about the trade. You never get your value once you do that trade. It would have better off you sell your car in the street. But of course, it's more convenient to just give them for nothing. Get out of here.
And the customer, you wouldn't even have to present it to the customer because they're sitting there watching you write it down, and they're thinking, oh my gosh, I thought my car was worth a lot more than that. There was a manager that I heard about who actually undervalued the value of a trade-in by $6,000. And that's bad enough, but what was really bad was that he was called out in one of the general dealership meetings and treated like a hero because he essentially took $6,000 of value away from this customer. But they treated him like a hero for doing that.
Okay.
One of the things that I'd always heard was that the sales offices were bugged. And when I went to apply for a job, I found that this was true. What they do is they actually go into cubicles and they'll press the intercom button on the telephone system so that the sales managers can hear what's happening over the intercom. So yes, in a way, the sales offices are bugged. So you have to be
Wow, so they're watching them and bugging them while they try to sell the cars?
Be careful of what you say when the salesperson leaves the sales office, because likely you may be being listened to by the sales manager. Over the years, occasionally it's been revealed that I was the author of this, which has kind of shaken up the industry. The number one negative response that I get is, you're taking food away from me and my family. This is my living, and you have no business telling people these things. And I've also heard from some dealers that thought that I did a service because I represented the industry accurately, but I also kind of sent out a warning shot in terms of, customers don't like this. If you want to sell more cars, don't treat them this way. Even though I did this project several years ago, I can tell you that most of these games are alive and well in a lot of dealerships.
And then guess what? He's never going to tell you what they're really doing right now. He's telling you about the old tricks. Of course, he's full of shit.
A nationwide crackdown on crooked car dealers, turning up widespread evidence of false advertising, deceptive loans.
This one out in the purple, weird-looking character kind of look like the Megan. Look at this one right here.
Fake odometer readings. The Federal Trade Commission says it's leveling enforcement actions against 252 companies, resulting in nearly $3 million in consumer refunds and
all coded. But this right here is bullshit. 100% in. That's how they do you. Of course, they're not telling you no truth.
Here with important advice tonight, Lauren Fix, the car coach. All right, what are their tactics? What are they doing?
Oh, there's a lot of really interesting things. It's so easy to get tricked. You know, you want to get out of your lease, Jerry. Come in and see us for $1. We'll get you out of your lease. We'll put you into a new car. You'll be happy. So you're thinking $1 to get out of my lease. I got 6 months left. I'm in. Until you look at I always say my big rule of thumb, what the big print giveth, the small print taketh away.
Absolutely.
And those little details of...
You hear what this one say? What the big print give you is basically taken away from the small print. Basically, once they put those big letters on it, those big numbers are the shit that they want you to see. You'll never see the fine print. Basically, that's what this one telling you.
You didn't look at what your monthly payment is? Look at the breakdown of it. When you see it, you'll see your rest of your loan payments, of your lease payments, are all spread out across that life of the loan.
Stinky liars.
Yes.
In other words. So let's look at some of the false ads, because there's a lot of advertising that isn't true either. So let's show some pictures of this. We're seeing this on the Murano.
Yes. But what happens is a lot of times people say, you know, you can come in and we'll do, $99 a month. And you think, for a Murano, that's a great car. Or, $9,000 off, and you're thinking, okay, they're getting rid of old inventory. I'm going to get a really good deal with a little bit of money down. Some of those...
You feel like they're getting rid of old inventory, you're dumb. Old inventory. The cars is never whole. That's what you need to know. It's still there. It's still a car, and you have it on a lot. You think you're in a rush to sell it? Of course, you don't have to sell that car to you. Somebody else will come buy it.
Really good deals, but again, you have to read 0% financing and 0%, and 0 payments down, and you start reading all these and you start realizing I am paying one heck of a lot of money more. You also have to be careful of the end of a lease, because sometimes the payment or the balloon at the end could be thousands of dollars.
Of course, just like I tell you, that's how they do it. When you feel like the lease is done, they have the money waiting for you. All depends on the mileage that you use and all that add up. They charge you a big chunk of money at the end.
In your vehicle, that would be extremely expensive.
All right, so a real mess for folks out there. There are also deceptive loan practices. You mentioned some of that before. Any others you want to mention?
Yes, the supplemental. That's my favorite thing. Oh, you're closing. Do you want to get the tires for life? And we can get you an extended warranty because we know you drive a lot of miles.
Yes, that's how they do it, people. Right there, in a nutshell. Sell you a bunch of shit that you don't need. Why you need extended warranty on a brand new car? They still sell you that shit, and they tell you, oh, we cover it for 3 years, and then you need another 5 year or another 3 year, you can buy it. Get out of here. It's bullshit.
And there's tons of them. There's clear coat paint and Scotch guarding. This, when you start looking at all these little supplemental extended warranties that you can get in there, it can get very expensive. Make sure those boxes are not checked if you did not want them, because they'll figure that in. A finance and insurance person, their job is to get as much out of this loan as they can. If you're running through the manufacturers like Ford Credit or something like that, they're going to check your credit rating. Everything's going to be good. But when you use an outside company, because your credit rating may not be that good, that's when you really have to...
Of course, they tell you that you don't need a lot of credit. You could have divorce, all that shit, bankruptcy, all that. Just come on in. What you think, people? You think they're going to help you out? No. That's a liability. They call you a liability. So what they do, they hit you up with a big old interest rate on the loan. You got it? Because they call you a liability. So in a few payments, you already pay for the damn car. And of course, it's a risk of them taking it back. And no doubt, they're the one who gain when they repo your car. Of course, they sell it back for way, way more than you owe. That's just how they do it.
Those small, fine details, yeah.
All right. You mentioned the supplemental warranties. Biggest piece of advice on spotting a bad guy. I mean, you don't know. You're just walking into a dealership. You have no idea.
Right. And you can go on the internet and you can check and you can find it. You can use websites like Yelp and all that. But the fact is, I always say the first thing you want to do is to find out if there's been any judgments against this, whatever new car dealership that you're looking at, number one.
How do you do that?
You can go online, put in the name.
They don't understand, people. It don't matter. You see, all those dealerships that you see, they're plugged in the banking system. You got it? They have to plug in to get the so-called loans. You understand? None of those car dealerships that's relevant. They don't own their own bank. You understand? So they have to go to the bank system to so-called get you a loan. They're all tricking the masses. They know already they can give you a car value way more than you. put it like that. Way more than what you work put together can pay for the car, but they will give you the loan because they want that car back and sell it again to somebody else. That's how they do it. 100%.
You know, people are talking about. Also, I always say, believe it or not, ask other people who have bought cars from them. But the truth is, if you're not sure, don't ever feel pressured by a sales consultant who says, you got to buy it today because I got 2 other people looking at this car. You know what? Never be afraid to walk away.
My reaction to that is,
I'm out. Yeah, fine. There's another car. P.T. Barnum says there's a butt for every seat. Don't worry, there's another car out there, too.
All right, speaking of a butt for every seat.
Yes.
We've got a brand spanking new car out there, the Lincoln Continental. Mark Fields talking about this. And he was talking a little bit about why this thing is coming out now. I want you to hear what he had to say and comment.
Okay.
Here's Mark Fields.
We are going to call it the Continental when it goes into production. We're not talking about pricing or any specifics on the vehicles. We're just showing the concept, we're really looking forward to getting the feedback. What we're doing with this vehicle is signaling what we call the future of
every fucking time you look around, it's a new car coming out. They might cancel one. Okay, we're not going to do this no more. But all of a sudden they come with another car again. They never stop.
At luxury. It's about elegance. It's about effortless power when you're behind the wheel. And it's about having a serene and relaxing interior, almost a place that you can chill.
Okay.
What do you make of that?
The details were unbelievably impressive. It had harmony sound. Oh, yes, I was there last night. We could.
Always trying to sell you a new car. And I tell you already, people, they already have the damn technology from day one. Don't forget it. You see, when you roll down your window from back in the days, they have power windows from them time. Just think about it. They have the power window. They have to spoon feed you all of these so-called technology. Every single one of them. You think nobody just pop up with it? You better wake up. They have it from day one. Sprinkle it around to the puppets. Let them be a front for it and say, yeah, this one discover this one break out this. No, it's all from the damn system all the way in. And all they do is tricking you and lead you in the wrong direction when it comes to what they're doing. They can't fool me. Every single dealership tie in to the banking system mean one thing. Everything they do is by design, meaning they're not doing nothing that the bank don't want them to do.
Same
thing with the housing. Same thing they do with your housing, with your mortgage, home loans. That's how they trick the masses. The same way they do with the damn cars.
Last night, but we put all types of pictures up. Just the details, the LED lighting, and it was a crescendo of lighting, and the luxury is amazing. They're going to sell it.
All of a sudden, LED light come in. You think they didn't have it? I already told you what it is, people. It's no discovery. They have that shit put down. They used to give you the round lights. Now they give you these long, straight thing of light right there. No more round lamps. Yes, and of course, that's how you know new cars nowadays. The fucking technology is not new, but this is how they do the masses. Of course, they keep you interested in buying the new car that's coming out.
A ton of these in
What's
China.
the interior? I'm all about the interior.
30-way seats. I mean,
30-way seat coding.
30-way seats. We're talking about split lumbar and thigh support and heated and massaged and cooling. Fabulous car. And this is really close to what production is. I've been told by people, I won't mention names, this is really close to what
So they're actually going to take what they designed and put it on the street. How much?
And no matter what they show you, people, you see, when you go in there, it's just plastic. Mostly plastic make this car. They can't fool
They're going to pay for this stuff.
Well, that we don't know, but rumor on the street is we don't even know what the platform is or the power other than maybe a 3-liter turbo. We're looking, I bet you we're talking about $100,000, but you know what?
$100,000?
They buy those in German cars. You buy that, it's like a Bentley at that point.
$100,000.
Oh, well,
the fuck out of here. It's like a Bentley. What I tell you, people, just a plastic car they sell the masses. And if you go back and check, the more newer the car is, the more plastic on it.
Average person's not going to buy this car, but it's a luxury car. It's supposed to de-stress you, and believe me, the car is so wonderful.
De-stress you. Of course, it's a commercial for this Lincoln right here they give you, and this Fox.
But I have to say, they're smart.
$100,000 car would not de-stress me. It would stress me.
The payments would stress me.
And you know how much time they cancel this Lincoln Continental? They folded down masses, no doubt about it.
Looking for a new car or truck, but have to use a buy here, pay here dealer in Melbourne, Florida?
Listen to this right here, people. Listen to the commercial. And I told you, this is how they do you right here. They will front up some good cars in it, but it's all buckets, all lemons they got for the masses. And if you live in any one of those areas that flood, you better don't buy no used car, period. All fucking junk cars that they tamper with the mileage, clean them up a little bit, and then sell the masses. All fucking junks. No doubt about it. And if the car flood, they're not supposed to put it on sale and hide that from you. That's how they do it.
Well, that's
right
no
there.
problem. Let
No
us help you
problem.
get a great deal on your next vehicle without the hassles of feeling like you're not deserving of a second chance.
See?
We-
You see what they're talking about? Second chance. They're gonna give you a bucket like this Corolla right there. Right there. They're gonna give you one of this. Yes, to give you a second chance. Of course, tie you in a damn irate, and then after that they take it back. It look like a bucket, but of course they will repo it if you owe. If you owe $1 on it, they repo it. So watch this right here. Your second chance. There you go.
Work with the best buy here, pay here used car lots in Melbourne who offer injured credit auto financing. The process is fast and simple, and they can get you in and out in no time flat. With a car or truck, you'll be happy to drive.
Yes, you see, and he said new car or truck. They don't have nothing new in there.
Visit our site at whatsonTheLot.com. Fill in a quick form letting us know what type of vehicle you're looking for. We will then submit your request to our qualified network of reputable dealers. They will then send back the vehicles that match your requirements.
Wow.
When you see something you like, let us know, and we'll set you up with a car dealer so they can get you in your new ride this week.
And of course, it's new to you, but it was junk to somebody. But take a look at this right here, people. This is the best cars they got right here. No doubt. All old vehicle. Of course, the ones at the front up is the best they have. You don't want to see the rest of them that not in this picture. There you go right there. What you think? They go say you an old damn car that they give you from back in the day. Somebody turn it in for a clunker. Cash for clunker. Of course, that's how they do it. Take a look at this one right here. Take a look at that right there, people. What do you think? That's a car right there. Watch that. Wow. And look how flat it is, people. Look how flat it is. Yeah, there you go. You want proof of a flat earth? Take a look at this right here. Watch that right there. All cars lined out. New, old, slightly used. There you go right there, people. Are you kidding me? Wow. Take a look at this shit right here. Wow. Wow, what they gonna do with these cars, man? Wow. This is some dumb shit. Now let's get into this right here. Let's see what they're talking about.
Oh, wow. Look how far it goes over there. There's miles and miles of stuff out here. It's unbelievable. It's crazy that somebody could drag this much stuff out here. It's getting bigger.
So you think that they do recycling cars too? Okay, so why is all these junk cars right here? Take a look at
bigger, and it's still getting bigger. There's just so much. There's a horde within a horde within a horde. Wow. Never ends. All the way around. You know, when we started this business, I always had this fantasy about, you know, finding that dream horde, that huge, larger-than-life horde. And we're here in it now, but it's not the feeling that I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a feeling of, you know, overjoy and excitement. But, I feel a sense of uneasiness come over me.
This one right here in the plaid shirt working for them. But watch this right here, people. All these old vehicles, what they're going to do with them? What they're going to do? They're just going to sit right there in this landfill right here. I told you, man. And every day they come up with another new vehicle. Every single day while you speak is a new vehicle coming out. They never stop.
As I walk around, I don't know, man. This is unbelievable. What do you do with all this stuff? How do you, where does it begin? I know. I don't know how you'd ever get it out of here. You'd need a couple of tractors just to make a trail, a path to get out.
Just after a while, iron get break down, easier than plastic. But this shit right here, all of these iron that they got put on the earth, that shit is devouring the earth. You understand? This is metal right here, straight metal, with all trees on it too. But as you see, people, all metal, rust metal around here all day of the week. And this is what they got for the masses. They're not cleaning up nothing.
Graveyards of forgotten.
Let's hold on. We're gonna get into this right here. Let's see.
It's
hold on.
New cars. Can new cars end up abandoned? After all, they are new. Many people dream of having a car, but at the same time there are new and abandoned cars that nobody needs. Yes, it really is so. And every year there are more and more.
This right here, people, new abandoned car. I told you already, a lot of those cars that they come out with never sold. What they do with them.
Of these new unsold cars. The crisis of overproduction leads to the appearance of graveyards for cars, which can't find their buyers. In other words, more cars are produced than people actually need. But instead of somehow reducing...
You hear that? More cars produced than people actually need, and they're not lying. Because if you see all these car lots around, just pay attention, people. There's no way all those cars go sell. No way.
The amount of cars produced, or at least reducing its cost to make cars cheaper for customers. Many factories are just increasing production. So new car graveyards
increasing production. That's all they do.
Appear all over the world. Thousands of cars are parked on runways, abandoned air bases, and old docks. It is absurd. Car manufacturers have to buy more and more land just to park their goods. It's believed that the decline in demand will never stop. Of course, companies don't want to talk about this strange problem, but new cars keep on arriving at car graveyards. The paradox is that car companies can't lower the price and sell these new cars, as they won't be able to sell the cars that have just left the factory at the same price.
What? That don't make no sense. Why make a new one and you still didn't sell off the old ones? Wow, that don't make no sense, people.
Upon arriving at car graveyards. The paradox is that car companies can't lower the price and sell these new cars, as they won't be able to sell the cars that have just left the factory at the same price. Is that logical? Of course.
They can't get to sell it at the same price. Wow, this is a joke.
In addition, the cost of each car sold often already includes the cost of the graveyard for their unsold siblings. Sounds cost of the graveyard for their unsold siblings. Sounds...
You hear that, people? What I don't tell you, listen this right here.
In addition, the cost of each car sold often already includes the cost of the graveyard for their unsold siblings. Sounds...
You hear that? The car that you bought, the new cars, yes, you're paying for these right here. When you buy a new car, they add it in there.
Little creepy, but also companies can't just stop production, as they would have to close the factories and lay off tens of thousands of workers. In addition...
Yeah, but that's another problem, but with the 6 on the wall right there, but that's another problem, B. You're kidding me? So they can't stop production even though we don't need all these cars right here. These are cars that they made, too much cars that they made, people. Brand new vehicles that didn't sell. Wow, am I stupid? This is a joke. You all this car right here that never sold and you're making a 2020. Wow. Are you kidding me?
Also, companies can't just stop production, as they would have to close the factories and lay off tens.
Well, they wouldn't be. Well, they need to know that there's no way you can just keep making them and you're not selling them. And then you're charging just in case somebody buy a new one. Yes, you got him. The average on breakdown, and they're paying for the last car that was coming out that didn't sold. Wow.
Thousands of workers. In addition, factory closures would be a disaster for the steel industry and for thousands of people working in the auto industry. Overall, everyone would suffer, and no one knows how to solve this problem yet.
Everybody will suffer, so that's what it is. Just keep making cars, make everybody happy. That's bullshit, people. No doubt about it. That don't make no kind of sense. Wow.
In Germany, it worked like a charm. A program to give consumers cash for their old clunkers took gas-guzzling cars off the road and boosted new car sales by 40%.
Okay, so you listen, you hear where they get it from? They so-called get this idea for your cash for clunker from German. The German come up with it and it's successful, so that's why they bring it to America. But what you have to understand is they already properly set that shit up in Germany to rob the people. The Americans just couldn't put it together, of course, because they sidestep it and expect it to work the same way. But anyway, they still win. You understand? And I'm going to show you.
But here in the U.S., a similar Cash for Clunkers program is more complicated. Dealers like Jim Russomano in New Jersey say it may not be as effective as Germany's in driving up sales.
The restrictions are much more severe than I thought.
It's supposed to drive up sales. It's supposed to drive up sales a car. Of course, that's what it is. You're bringing your old car that you already own and then you trade it in so you can pay note for a new one. Dumb on.
They would be. Germany spent $5 billion to buy back cars. A clunker was defined as any car more than 9 years old.
You hear that? This is what Germany got going on. They put in $5 billion, and every car that not. Oh, the fuck that happened? Oh, they do that. Their cars must be way, way cheaper. Yes, 9 years old, your car can turn in for a clunker. Wow, that's a trickery right there. Those cars not gonna be no clunker. They're gonna sit right there, and they start selling it back again. A 9-year-old car, of course, they sell that shit
Turn
back.
one in for scrap, and you'd receive the equivalent of $3,300 towards a new car.
33. You see that right there on the money. Wow, that's coding all day.
The U.S. allocated $1 billion for its program.
So U.S. do 1 billion instead of 5, even though they were so-called copying the Germans. Are you kidding me?
The Car Allowance Rebate System, or CARS. Buyers who qualify receive $3,500 to $4,500 towards a new car. But
so you see that right there, people? 35 to 45. That's how they're supposed to be doing it. Listen.
qualification for clunker isn't easy. It's based on an EPA gas mileage rating of 18 miles per gallon or less when the vehicle was new. So this 1989...
Are you fucking kidding me? They're counting the mileage of the car that you're gonna become a clunker? That's supposed to be gonna crush? It's bullshit, people. 100%. They worry about the mileage that you did on that car? Dumb on.
And Buick Regal, a 20-year-old car, does not qualify as a clunker because it was sold with an EPA rating of 21 miles per gallon.
Wow. You see that, people? Nothing but a hoax. They pull off on the masses. A lot of people get caught up in this shit right here. All they do is just sell their car and end up owing for a car. You understand?
But this 2000 Ford Windstar, only 9 years old, does qualify because its original gas mileage rating was only 17 miles per gallon.
I think more than 50% of the people will not qualify.
And there are more rules. The vehicle has to be less than 25 years old, in drivable condition, and registered and insured by the same owner for a full year before...
You see that? All these little nitpicking right here gotta be registered to the same owner for at least a year. But it gotta be drivable? Wow. Okay.
Trade-in.
You just want to crush it. You want it drivable so you can crush it. I tell you, people, the whole thing set up, they wasn't gonna crush those cars to begin with. Just remember, I tell you.
Estimate about 150,000 people will take advantage of this deal. It seems like a good idea, except that when you really go to try and qualify for it, you don't.
For car owners who qualify, there is...
Hand sign. Of course, he one of them. There you go right there and look into the glass from the top. Wow, dumb on.
For car owners who qualify, there is one more wrinkle. While the program took effect July 1st, the rules won't be ready until July 23rd. Randall Pinkston, CBS.
Wow, the rules not gonna ready? This is a joke right here. Let's get a little bit deeper into this Cash for Clunkers.
Congress has passed a $2 billion extension for the popular Cash for Clunkers program, but some critics are being vocal this morning, saying it may not be such a good idea after all. CBS News correspondent Terrell Brown is in Elmsford, New York with more. Good morning, Terrell.
Hey there, Maggie. Good morning to you. We're at a scrapyard this morning, and all of the cars out here are clunkers. This Ford F-150, that Jeep Cherokee, and these three guys over.
This is what they do right here with the news, people. They use these sodomites to do these little footage and show you, yes, we go crush the cars, and they actually showing your cars get crushed. Those are not the clunker cars, you understand? The ones that they're taking as clunker gotta be a good car. You're just seeing all the restrictions. It gotta be a good car, they're not crushing it. No doubt about it.
Here, so business at this scrapyard is going fairly well. 60 cars have been brought in since the program.
Of course, it's 60. And why is this one hood half open?
Here, so business at this
Look at this right here. Look like a bucket they pull out from somewhere. Lying to the
scrapyard is going fairly well. 60 cars have been brought in since the program got started. Another 15 or 16 came in yesterday.
All coding he giving you. 100% faker.
But it's auto part recyclers that say that this program is putting a dent in their profits. More crushed cars and new scrap metal. Cash for Clunkers is said to be in...
You know how far the car gotta be at before they crush it? Wow, you better wake up, people. You know how damaged that car gotta be for them to crush it? You better wake up.
Environmentally friendly, but some are trashing the new government program.
We think a much more efficient program would have been to encourage recycled parts usage.
Recyclers say some salvage car engines are still valuable. Instead, they're being needless.
This one right here, they're pulling up with the 33 on it, right there on the money. What is the 33 for? It's $330. Get out of here. That's
destroyed.
Based on the rule, no part from that engine can be sold.
The Cash for Clunkers program requires that all cars either be crushed or shredded. Some car parts can be...
Look at this one right here, people. Remember what they tell you that the requirement is for you to bring a car in. They gotta be drivable. This shit that behind him look drivable to you? You better wake up. Let's see.
The program requires that all cars either be crushed or shredded.
This one was drivable? No, they're faking the people.
Car parts can be salvaged before that happens, but not the engine. Dealers are told to destroy the engine by replacing oil with sodium silicate and then running it.
So you go through all of that shit and you're gonna crush the engine. You're gonna crush it, but first you do this right here. Wow.
What's its value after that?
Okay. After that, it's just scrap metal. It's just...
With the engine destroyed, many cars bypass the part recyclers and go straight to the salvage yards.
These cars are never coming for clunkers. That's what you need to know. They don't accept these. You understand that? They don't accept these right there. No way. How old is that Volvo right there? Are you kidding me? I already told you people, they're faking you with these cars right there. They're not
and go straight to the salvage yards.
All those parts that could have been reused will go right to a scrap processor.
A sad fate, even for a clunker. And the engines in these cars have to be destroyed. One, the government wants to keep these cars off of the road, keep them from being resold. And also, it's an effort to get more fuel-efficient cars on the road. Now,
yeah, what their problem is? Fluid-efficient vehicles. Wow. And that's how they sell new vehicle. Bam! Right here, you catch them. Of course, that's what they're selling. They're telling you at each new car that you get, yes, it's better gas mileage than the last one. And it's better on the environment. That's what they sell the dumb folks. And I tell you, if you go way, way, way back, you can find a car that do the same mileage, the same damn shit. They're just fooling the dumb people.
In the process of getting cars recycled, they end up at a place like this. And this is what ends up happening here. Take a look at this, Maggie. Was so cool. Maggie, I could do this all day long. Tim,
it don't really make much difference. You crush it, but that shit raised right back up. Wow, this is some dumb shit right here, people. You kidding me? Yeah, we gonna get in the chat in a little bit before we get in.
Jim Russomanos.
Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, let it run.
The Buick dealership in northern New Jersey is still recovering after business dropped by half late last year.
Are you driving a clunker?
So, Cash for Clunkers sounds like a great way to get customers back. A $3,500 to $4,500 credit for a new car when you turn an old gas guzzler in. An added bonus, getting the most wasteful, polluting cars off the road.
You hear that? Get the most wasteful and polluted cars off the road. And you see what they did to you? They eyed those cars because a lot of those cars, people, remember, it's gotta be in driving. You gotta be in driving. You gotta be able to drive that car. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta be in driving condition. All the gas, everything work. And then they're gonna give you $3,500 for that car. How much car you see on the street for that? That can't even fucking drive. Are you kidding me? This was a robbery right here for the masses. And of course, those cars come right back around.
We're excited. I'm kind of thinking if I can sell another 7 to 10 cars a month, we'd be pretty happy about that.
There's only one problem.
I'm a customer. I call up and say,
bullshit.
I'd like to do this program. Can you explain the rules clearly?
As of today, no.
To start, qualifying clunkers have to be drivable, manufactured less than 25 years ago, continuously insured by the same owner for 1 year, have an original fuel rating of 18 miles per gallon or less.
So 18 miles per gallon or less. So so how much you getting now? How much you getting now when you pull out in the car? They tell you that you get less, right? Wow. Wow. This is bullshit right here.
Yes, be scrapped, not resold, and the new vehicle has to get 22 miles per gallon or more.
The problem is it's really very, very hard to qualify.
The stringent requirements have led to confusion and frustration for dealers and customers, and led some critics to question how a program so seemingly well-intentioned got so far off track.
Oh, you believe that was the intentions? The intentions was to be good? I don't think so. The intention was to rob the people, have them take their cars, give them a little $3,500 for their car that they paid for already, get them caught up in a loan. Yes, car no time. Yeah, what's good, everybody? We're back in the chat. Yeah, Faye E, what's good? Yeah, June Newton, I see you make it. Yeah. Mona, what I do? Mona, what I do, bossy? Yeah, Monk, what's good? AJ in the building. Yeah, Ginger, what I do? Donna Marie, Big Kush in the building. Yeah, what's happening? Anita Daly, the pre-bright in the house. Hazel, what's good? Yeah, you already know. Armstrong, I see you. Bibby in the house. JD. Yeah. Hey, Cop, what they do, Combo? See you in the building. Yeah, we on. Jackie. Yeah, Chinese Black. Yeah, we on. LVKY in the house. Yeah, that's what's up. Donald, I see you, Fred. What's good, Loophole? Back on. Yeah. Patty Wagon, what's good? Yeah, we on, Crawford. What they do? Round D. Roger in the house. What they do? Yeah, Miss Tony. What's good? I see you. Miss Blue in the building. Real Chris. Jennifer Lenny. Elizabeth. What they do? Yeah. Yeah, true. We in here. Reginald. What's good? We on. Mexican. Yeah, what they do, David? For sure. Yeah, what they do, Taylor 39? Yeah, Pantney. We on. Sim Broder in the building. What's good? Hey, we on. Yeah, but like I was saying, man, this is a big old trickery they got for the masses. I know they don't do that cash for clunkers no more, but the point is they will do anything to sell you a new car because the new car they gotta sell them. And if you look at it, with you got a car 3 years old, 2 years old, they're already calling you to buy another car, the new one coming out. Yeah, it may got something that the one you in ain't got. Yeah, all tricky for the people, man. Some dumb shit that you could have slapped in last 5 years, but you didn't. You know, you wait. Yeah, what they do, Dwight? See you in here. Franco in the house. Yeah, that's how they do it. Keep the masses on their toes. Yeah, sprinkle you with a little bit of that shit, a little bit of technology. They use that against you. You know, now they have all this shit in the car, you know, basically. You could have do that a long time. Yeah, you put all that shit in the phone, and then first you put it in the phone, and then you realize, oh, we can put it in the car. No, they already know that shit from day one. Same way they give you that little beanie phone that have everything in it. They can give you that big old car with everything in it. Same damn thing. What they do, Beverly? Yeah, you want to tell me you have that big old car and you can't put some stuff in there like you do this little phone? Of course you can. Yeah, that don't make no sense. What they do, Trey Barrow? Yeah. We on. Stickman. Yeah, Danielle. Natty Tafar in the building. What they do? The real Mike. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, but you know what he do. Veggie Burger. Kevin J. See you in here. Deborah. What's good? Yeah. It's who else in here? Yeah, Margaret, I see you. What's good? Baby. BJ. Yeah, Mario. Tiggy Tay. What they do? DJ, D'Angelo. Yeah, for sure. Tattoo. Yeah, Faye. Yeah, I know too much notification didn't get a handout today. You already know. Oh, for real? Big Kush. Yeah, man, it come off with some type of effect. Yeah, well, hey, I ain't surprised. Yeah, they show a few fires after the time about the gas leak or some, it rupture some gas line. Yeah, but you never know, man. It's probably one of them bombs that let off. People probably sick by the fumes. Yeah. What they do? Yeah, Graves, I see you in there. Yeah, what's happening? What was that? You said the chat on fire. I know that shit running fast. I can't keep up. Hey. Yeah, Miss Flowers, blessed. Already. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Miss Reed, what's good? Yeah, we on. Yeah. Yeah, shout out to everybody that's in here, man. You know where that go. Yeah, Natalie. Yeah, for sure. Avery, what's good, Avery? That's right. Do your thing, girl. You know where that go. Under your BI. You know that. Hey, yeah, Monk. Yeah, what's good? Yeah, boy, hey, we gonna get up out of here still. We back on. Yeah, for sure. We back on tomorrow. See us. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Chris, I see you. Finally listening. Yeah, what they do, Michelle? Michelle B. Yeah, Blow in the building. I see you. Fred. What's good? LR? Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, you don't need to buy a car every time they come out with a new one because they don't even wait until the year to finish before they hit you with a new one. So, you know what I mean? It's all a game they're running, man. You don't need that new car. Fuck them with that shit. They say ever since 2008, cars become smart. So, you know what? You're talking about 2008, I guess 2009 after you cross 8, but either way you take it, man, you know what I mean? You don't need to buy those new cars. They go have big problems, man, because you never really own the car. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't really own that shit. Yeah, why if I own it and I'm gonna sell it to somebody, they have to pay tax for it. And I'm not getting the tax. What they do, Miss T? Now, if I'm getting the tax money, that's a different thing. Yeah, if they're paying you tax for my car, then you paying them tax on my car, of course, it belongs to them. Yeah, every time that car goes sell, they get involved again. Like, come on, man, I done buy it already. What's up? Yeah, but that's how it is. Yeah, let me catch up. Wait. Let me catch up in the chat. Yeah, of course. All right. Okay. That's what's up, LVKY. Do your thing. For sure. Coco Moco. Yeah, Kay. I see you in there. Amy. Yeah, Miss Red. Oh, you say on your channel they flag your video or they flag the hey, they will do that. That's how they do it. Yo, they will flag your shit down in a minute. Yeah, they don't hold back. Yeah, because YouTube do say they have a new policy. They claim they have every time I go on my computer, it keeps saying they have a new policy ready. They have a new policy, YouTube. Hate speech, new policy, you know what I mean? Hate speech, they snap that in. Yeah, hate speech. Yeah, right. Yeah, get out of here. That's a joke. Yeah, but yeah, that's how they do it, man. That's how they do it. Yeah, they stay sharp on that. Yeah, they will act like they sleep on my videos, but they come right back and snatch it. Yeah, Warleaf, I see you. Yeah, they do that. I put up video long enough to think that they forget about it, that they're not gonna strike it, and then before you know it, here they come. Jamal, what they do? I tub. Yeah, so it happens. Yeah, Misty. What's good? Yeah, Shellyana let in the house. Jerry Velli. What they do, Nanny? Hey, what's good? See you in the building. Hey, it's comedy hour right now. Yeah, we just chopping it up. So, hey. Yeah, Charlie, I see you in here. Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Much respect. You already know. Yeah, appreciate it. Everybody. Yeah, Private Dancer, I see you. Keith Lamont, back on. Jackie Bird. Yeah, appreciate all y'all. You know what they do. Hey, and we'll be back on tomorrow for sure. Yeah, I'm good. I'm well, Nani, for sure. No, I'm 100. Yeah, glad to see y'all. You know what they do. Yeah, Seamus. Yeah, appreciate all y'all for coming through and then with the mag for a minute. Yeah, Peter, what's good? What they do? Yeah, of course. But I told you, they have to sell their gasoline. You know what I mean? That's why they keep making more and more cars. And I keep saying this. You think they can make an electric car? Look, people, they make the gas car, but they make an electric car, but they still use gas. Are you kidding me? So the electric cars now, you're going to be looking at like, what if I run out of current somewhere, run out of electric, you go find one of them things that they got to charge it, which they don't have it everywhere. Is like, it's a risk. But I tell you, people, there's no way the battery won't charge back up because it got an alternator. Why the battery won't keep charging? Why it run out while you drive? That don't make no sense. So you already know they don't want no gas car. They don't. They have cars that use diesel oil, so-called, in Europe, and they get way better mileage. Way better mileage. But guess what? They will never accept those cars in America, because America is about tricking the masses with that oil and the gas. So they don't want those cars in here that you can drive around all day and a half tank of gas. You know what I mean? And still have gas to go about your business. That they don't want that. They want you to use that gas that they so-called jack up, put some rank on it, you know, give you 87 and 89 and 92 and you know, they fool the masses, I tell you that. But it's all to sell that oil, man. You know, the one they make with chemical. It's nothing but chemicals. They tell you they get that gas from under the ground. No, first of all, that gas have nothing to do with no eat, because you can't eat that shit up. You understand what I'm saying? You can't eat that shit up to a certain point, but you're telling me that that's how it farmed? That's how it made? The same gasoline or oil that you pull out of the ground, is that the same gasoline? Yeah, that's what they told the people. Yeah, so we already know, man. Only if you're dumb you fall for that trick. We already know they don't get that shit from under the ground. Point blank, period. You know, that's chemical that they mix up all day of the week. Yeah, that's all they do. Yeah, they mix up chemical for oil. They mix up one for gasoline. Don't let them fool you. It's two different things. Yeah, that's how they do it. Yeah, some oil busting out the ground, gushing out the ground. That's where you get that from. Yeah, you have to stop that shit at some point. Yeah, but if everybody play dumb, that's the kind of shit they go pass off on you. Yeah, they say what don't broke, don't fix it. They got you already by the wing. They don't need to do nothing else but keep it coming. Yeah, so I told you, man, the car thing right here is just a psyop, man. You don't need to have a new car every time they bring a new one out. You know, you once your car's still running and it's good and you don't need shit, keep your car. You don't have to run to go get the new one because they got a deal going on. They always so-called cater for the people that just fresh new. You know, like Comcast and AT&T, they sell you a pitch like, okay, if you're switching from another company, where the two of them is the same, but that's how they do it. If you only where you can get the deals that they got going on, and if you switch, or if you're coming from another company. So if you're already with them, nah, you can't get this new deal that we got put on. We don't care about you no more because we already have you. Now we need to catch more fish. So we have all these offers out here to catch new fish. You can't get it because you already got caught. They're basically telling you that. So they're not working on keeping the customer that they got. They're working on gaining new customers. You feel what I'm saying? So they're gambling and you're going to stick around because you're so-called getting the best internet or the best so-called cable TV or whatever else they sell you. Even land phone they're selling to people. You know, in these times, they're still trying to do that. But that's how they do it. You know, so in order for them to sell the new shit, they have to basically downplay the old one that you got sitting on. Same thing they're doing with cell phone nowadays. Every minute, Samsung and Apple come out with a new phone. So you're supposed to say, okay, this phone is good, it's working good, but let me go on ahead and get a new one now. Nah, that's bullshit. Yeah, because they say they got features on it, something new. Nah, it's not new. It's the same damn shit. What do you think that they got in there new? Between the 9 and the 10 Samsung, same shit with the iPhone. What's new? Yeah, it's the same damn thing, but they want you now to say, okay. And plus they got phone in the same finance that they got cars and houses because a damn phone costs more than a TV. So they sell you the phone, they give you a phone on credit, you pay for it as soon as you're done. Hey, you want to go get the 10 now since you pay for the 9? So now you get caught up in another payment. You feel what I'm saying? How much they're going to give you for that phone when they take it? Yeah, almost nothing. Still going to need to pay a note on the next one. Yeah, so they do that trick all over, man. If you see cars, house, and even your damn cell phone, man, that's how they do it. Furniture and everything. Yeah, and they have a new thing they got going on with the so-called insurance of your appliances in your house, in your home. Like even the AC unit, the AC, you know, your dishwasher, your refrigerator, your stove, you know, when those go bad, break down, they will come in and fix it for deductible. You know, you get them the deductible as according to what you pick. You pay the deductible and they go fix that equipment, fix it up. Yeah, and you're good again, and you just pay a monthly rate like insurance. Yeah, it's kind of like paying for warranty on your stuff, but nowadays you pay monthly. Same thing they're doing with the cars too. You have to those extended warranty that they're stalking you about every fucking minute. As soon as they see that the one on your car is expired, they're calling you, they're hunting you down, they're sending you mails, they're finding you. yeah, you need to buy more. So when you buy that shit, they set up a payment plan, hook in another payment, and that's how the slavery work on this earth. So you're sitting there like, oh, I'm not enslaved. Why max everybody in slavery? It's mental slavery. And the more you think that you're not a slave, is the more you are a slave. Yeah, you go work for the money that they fight to take back from you, and then, the harder you gotta work, because they got more bills for your ass. Yeah, all you hear, you turn a cell phone into a car note type shit where you pay for it monthly installment you set up on it. So I gotta pay the bill and pay for the damn phone at the same time. Yeah, and with some of them phones, they sell you the service and they sell you something to activate the service. So you can't use the service unless you got a service plan. You have to pay for the service plan to hold down the service. They just find some dumb shit to add on. Wow, that shit crazy, man. But like I say, man, it's more to keep you in this slavery earth. Because if you want to live comfortably in here, yes, you got to be a slave. Yeah, because you can't tell me that you can do all that. All this, the dumb shit that they bring in to keep your mind enslaved. You can afford that. Yeah, they're slaving you, all right. Yeah, of course. Whatever you got to do, they have you under some type of system. Yes, even if they give you some money, a little welfare check or something come in from the government, of course, they have their hand in your ass already. Yeah, of course. They already have you on their plan already. They got you. Yeah, you make up some numbers or some shit that we got going on that must go on. We have to have you as a mental slavery. Gotta have you in a mental slavery for you to live in here comfortable. So, people that don't feel like they're slaves because they get paid when they work, that's the definition of it. They're fooling you. Slavery is not because you work for no pay, because they got you working to begin with. Find a way to make you feel like it's a good thing. Yeah, because you could never feed your family because we capture all the resources and then now you have to pay us to get it. The resource was made for man from day one. A human being on earth. Oh, some people get it and selling it to us. Oh, you feel what I'm saying? You never ask that question. How the fuck these people get to selling us land and selling us this and, oh, we go give you land and some mule. Where the fuck you get the land from and the mule? Where does it come from? So at the end of the day, you steal the shit and then you promising us that you go give it to us. Get out of here. There's a reason why you steal it to begin with. Yeah, no way you're giving us back what you steal. Yeah, the resource was for everybody on earth. And believe it or not, you might feel like it's a lot of people on earth, but yeah, the earth is big enough and can occupy everybody. Yeah, they box you in, got you in a little area, and you feel like, yeah, this is how far the earth go. No, it's not even, you can't see, not even close to that. Yeah, so they have all the properties, everything, and they're selling it to the masses. Where they get it from? Yeah, they're not God. You know what I'm saying? They didn't create this earth. Yeah, all they do is take. They never put nothing on. They take. Yeah, that's how they do it, man. That's how you know it's a devil on earth. And the quicker you realize that, hey, you can start the process of waking up. Yeah. What they do, Thomas? See you in here. Yeah, we on. Yeah, Goody. Yeah, Dwight James in the building, of course. Yeah. What they do, Smith? See you in here. Money. Yeah. One Love in the building. Yeah, but appreciate all y'all, man. We come back on tomorrow. Yeah, you know what you do. 2LG.